This is your Hollywood correspondent, Jim Ameche, with another interesting interview from the film capital of the world. In July 1960, a first novel by an unknown author appeared on the nation's bookstands and went on to win the Pulitzer Prize for the best American novel. To Kill a Mockingbird has emerged, in the opinion of reviewers and readers, as an American folk classic. Perhaps the most significant novel of American youth since Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. With me right now is Harper Lee, the author. Miss Lee, when did you start writing?
I started writing about the time I learned to write. I was about 7 years old when I started in earnest.
And from that point on, how far through school did you go?
Well, I went through public school, then to the University of Alabama, and I was a law student there.
Any particular reason why you majored in law?
Well, it was more of a family sort of thing, really. I figured that a lawyer could always make a living, and besides, law is one of the best kind of training for a writer, I think.
And after college, Miss Lee, did you go to work on a newspaper as so many authors do?
No, I didn't. I went to New York, and I got a job as a reservations clerk in an airline. I deliberately chose that job because it didn't involve writing at all. And when you work 8 hours at one thing, writing seems fresh to you at night.
I see. Now, tell me, was To Kill a Mockingbird your first effort after graduation?
No, by no means. I had written short stories, worked on short stories in the essay form more than anything. And I submitted some short stories and some essays to an agent. He suggested that I expand some of the short stories. The expansion was a very long one. The book took me about 2 years to write.
How come it took you so long to
Well,
write it?
in the first place, I worked very slowly, and my father became ill in Alabama, and I spent great amounts of time down there helping out at home.
Miss Lee, I've always been very curious as to how successful authors do their work. Did you plot an outline of the story, or did you just sit down at the typewriter or with a pencil in hand and develop the book as you felt it?
Well, I don't work from a specific written outline. I feel that kind of work is too confining. I have, though, an outline in my head. I pretty well know what the last sentence of what I'm writing will be before I begin to write the first sentence. However, many writers do work by outline. I don't feel that it's the best form for me.
Do you pound away at the typewriter, or do you use a pencil and longhand?
I write a first draft with pen and paper, then I revise on a typewriter.
Now, Miss Lee, how would you describe the plot of your Pulitzer Prize-winning book?
Well, it's told through the eyes of childhood, through a child's eyes, really. And it's a backward glance at small-town South in the 30s. And the efforts of a parent to minimize the traits of hatred in children, in his children.
Were you pleased that Gregory Peck is playing the lead in the film adaptation of To Kill a Mockingbird?
Yes, I'm very pleased. He's quite good for the part. In fact, he's perfect, I think. And there are two children who were chosen, Mary Badham and Philip Alford. They're also good. Alan Bakula is the producer, and Bob Mulligan, who directs the film, used actors and actresses chosen not for past screen credits, but as how each would fit into each individual role.
Well, I know there's a ready-made audience for the film, inasmuch as the book not only was chosen by 4 book clubs as their monthly selection, but also has been published in over 13 foreign countries. All of your readers will be on hand, I'm certain, to see Kill a Mockingbird when it plays at their local theater. Miss Harper Lee, our deepest thanks to you for guesting on today's show.
Thank you, Jim Ameche.
And tomorrow at this time, I'll bring you another interesting interview from Hollywood. Until then, this is Jim Ameche saying goodbye and good luck.